Wendy, you are in Poland right now with 31 orphans awaiting visas to come to the U.S. What compelled you to leave your own family and 5 children, 5 daughters, and come and rescue these orphans?
Yes, well, our oldest daughter was adopted from Ukraine when she was 16 years old. And so my husband and I just fell in love with Ukraine and the children of Ukraine. And so we have committed our life to support Ukrainian orphans and to work with them. And we have a very close partnership with the children's home there that we support. And so they are like an extended family to us. And so when the war broke out, we made plans with them that when they received government approval to leave Ukraine, that we would meet them in Poland. And so I've been here for the last 2 weeks with them just to support them and help make life as normal as it possibly can be for them under these circumstances. Just as we would support our own family members, I'm here to support them.
So how were you able to help them, rescue them from their orphanage in Western Ukraine and get them across the border into Poland?
So we purchased a large bus for them several years ago, just to use for transporting the kids to school and to town for various things. And so when we started hearing that a war might be imminent, we made plans with them that they would receive government approval to take the children across the border to Poland using their bus. And the day after they received the government approval, they loaded up and they traveled over. I hopped on a plane and we met here in Poland.
So right now, you're waiting for visas to get these children, all 31 of them, to the U.S. to wait out the war, but you're stuck in Poland. What's the holdup?
Yes, so our orphanage director is a U.S. visa holder, and it is his desire to be able to bring all 31 children to the United States with him under his care for as long as is needed until it is safe for them to return. Our goal is ultimately for them to go back home to Ukraine. That's where their home is, that's where our ministry is, and so we desire that for all of our children. But until it is safe to return to Ukraine, we would love for them to be closer to us, where we can love and support them at our home. And so what we're facing currently is a very delayed reaction to the visa process for Ukrainians seeking temporary shelter in the United States. Our consulate here in Poland is understaffed and overwhelmed. And so even if you go online to apply for a visa and pay your visa processing fee, there are no appointments available at all. And we have been unable to get help in moving that process along.
Is there any way to speed up this process? Can visas be obtained through another country? And what are your options right now?
We are trying to explore all options, but we feel because our children are in Poland and they are registered here with the Ukrainian consulate, our best option is to try to obtain these visas in Poland. It is our hope and our prayer that soon we will have answers, that maybe the consulate will receive reinforcements from other countries to help with the workload so that these visas can be processed in a more timely manner.
How are the children doing? They've been in Poland 2 weeks now.
It's tough. They don't know what tomorrow is going to look like. They're living out of suitcases. They want to go home more than anything. But if that is not possible, as it isn't right now, then they would like to have a place where they can settle until they can return. And where they are right now, while we're so thankful for it, it's not a long-term solution. They're sharing the building with 60 other refugees. They're tired and they're weary, and they just need to be settled.
Yeah. Wendy, what is your prayer right now for these kids and for Ukraine?
Well, our greatest prayer is for the war to end. We love Ukraine, and there were bombings near the city where our children live today. And so it just is a reminder that the war is ongoing and that it is getting closer to home for our kids. So we pray for the war to end. And in the meantime, we pray that they can get visas to come be near us, their extended family. I feel just so sad for all the orphans in this situation. They've already had to deal with so much trauma in their past. And so being displaced is just adding to their their trauma. And so we want them to be as loved and well cared for and as much of a sense of normalcy as possible to help them get through this tough time.
Okay, great. Wendy, thank you so much for your time.